Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to show you my everyday makeup drawer. I usually change out the products either monthly or I even change them like just basically when I want to, even weekly. I'm sorry you can see the glare in my glasses, but I'm about to switch to an overhead shot so it won't be so distracting. But anyway, like I was saying, I change out my makeup monthly in this drawer, and I basically throw in anything here that I just haven't used in a while, or I want to get to know it more. If I have a new product, a couple of the things in here are new. And also sometimes I'm just inspired by other YouTube videos and I want to pull out the products that somebody else has mentioned. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching and don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Okay, so let's see how this works. This is going to be my first overhead shooting. You're just seeing the surface of my desk here. So as you saw in my video, in my top right drawer, I have my makeup, my everyday makeup, and I have it split up in a couple different containers. This container is from Target, as well as this longer one. Both of these are great. They're super inexpensive. You get quite a few. I think I got 3 of these and then 4 of the other one for really under $5, so they're really great. So the products that I always reach for first are my complexion and primer products, so that's the one I'm going to go through first. So as I always mention, this is the Josie Maran. I'm sorry if this is upside down. I don't actually know if it is. I think it is. But anyway, I should change that. This is the Josie Maran SPF that I use every single day. I get it in the clear version because I use it on my children, so I don't like to use anything that has a tint to it. But she does make one with a tint and quite a bit of radiance, and it's beautiful. So I have the the SPF, and then I've mentioned this several times, it's a D-Bronzy Sunshine Drops. I'm sure I can find this in a cheaper version, but I really do like the color that it gives, and I sometimes mix that with either the Josie Maran, or sometimes I mix it with a lighter foundation. So that one's great. So I always put that on first. And then the next step is the priming. So I go back and forth with primers on, what I think about them. So here are the ones that I'm messing with right now. I just took this out today. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This one I think is great at pore filling. I've used it in the past and I've really liked it, so I'm trying that out. And I'm actually going to compare it to the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I just got this yesterday or the day before at Sephora. I had $10 off, and this is the smaller version, so it was only $22, and I wanted to try it. I have several dupes for this, and I never tried the real thing, so I'm giving it a go. And then the other one that is pore filling, this is the Milk Makeup, what is this called? The Blur Stick. Yeah, super famous. Mine is a mini, but I've had this for quite a while, and I want to compare it to these other two to see which one is really pore filling, or which one does the best job at that, because that's actually a concern that I have with my skin. The 2 other primers that I have, this one that I've had in the shot, this is the SOS from Clarins primer, and it's the peach version. I saw a YouTuber whose name's escaping me right now, but I'll write it right now. She used this, and it was amazing to see the difference on her skin on camera. So I want to take this out. I've used not quite half, maybe a quarter of it in the past, and I just want to reacquaint myself with it. And then the other one is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I have gotten 2 samples of this. I've gone through 1 sample. I think this is good, and I do think it makes my makeup last longer, but even though I have 5 primers here, primer is like a step that I don't use one consistently, so I'm not totally sure what impact it has, but I'm going to try to change that this month. Then the 2 other products, the next 2 products that I have are foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the dewy version, and I have the color Soft Beige. I like this. I think it's great if I set it a little bit, so I really enjoy it. And then I've been using this now for quite a bit. It's the Estee Lauder Futurist Foundation, and I do really like this one as well. And then the last thing I have in here, and that I'll start talking about, are concealers. So this is a really fun thing. So my mom and my sister, I'm not sure I've said this, but I am the last of 5 children. I have 3 older brothers and an older sister, and then my mom, and then my mother's been remarried. So our family, we have a big family and lots of children and all of that good stuff. But my mom, my sister, and I all love makeup. And what we do is basically just share our makeup. We rotate it. When I'm over something, I give it to them, and then vice versa. So it always feels like we have something new. This is actually something new that my mom had, and she's like, you try it first. So this is from Laura Geller. It's the Filter Corrector Color Bomb, and she got this from a GMA special, which I didn't even know those existed. So she got this for a really affordable price. But basically you will see that there is a peachy corrector, then a blue corrector with a little bit of peach in it, that's because of me, and then a green corrector. And if you don't know about color correctors, they're really great. They cancel out discoloration on your face, so then your base products can work more efficiently. So the orange is used to cancel out purples and blues on your face, so blue veins or purple shadows. The blue is to either improve skin tone that is sallow, so yellow in nature, or it can counterbalance some discoloration if it's orange in nature, and then the green counterbalances red. So I don't deal with too much redness, so I really have been mixing the peach and the blue for my under eyes, and it has worked really well. So I've really been enjoying this. And I like the little snapping container. And the other thing I have in here is a very old container of Bare Minerals Bisque. This used to be an eyeshadow for anyone who's been using Bare Minerals for like 20 years, like I have. Nope, not that long, I'm not that old, but for 15, let's say, 15 years. But this is their concealer, and I really like it as a setting powder with this balm. I have a couple other concealers that I have them in a separate container, but I'll just show them to you now since we're talking about concealers. So I have this Candid concealer. I got it in the version light, and it is super yellow. I'm not sure it's going to work. I might have to return it to get another shade, but it does seem quite brightening, but it might be the wrong shade. So I'm going to check that out. I just got this yesterday. And then I've talked about this before, the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. I also have the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Stick concealer. This is great. I love to use this in the summer, especially on beach days where I just want a little bit of coverage and I'm not concealing my whole face, or I'm not putting foundation on my whole face. I find that this one blends into my skin very well and gives me a little bit of brightness. And then the last thing, I absolutely love this. I would highly, highly recommend it. It's from Catrice. It's called the One Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer. You literally need one drop for real. And this color that I have, I believe, let me just look. Okay, the color I have is 020, so 020 beige, nude beige, something beige, something. And I really like this. I especially like it for days when I have already done my makeup and I'm now just looking to kind of freshen up before the afternoon or before the evening. So I find that this one's great. So those are my concealers for the next month. Okay, so this is the big container with all of my color cosmetics. So let me go through these. So I have 4 powders, which is ironic because I am not I'm not crazy about powders, but I have them. So the first is the Mineral Veil by Bare Minerals. I love this. This is the hydrating version. It is fabulous, and I think it is just as great. It's been around for a long time, and I think it's just as great as any other setting powder. It creates a great veil on your skin, and I think it's beautiful. I also have the Boots 7 Triple, this really super long name, Lift and Illuminate Triple Action in the color Light. I use this with a sponge to set my under eyes, and I guess I'm still kind of like investigating it because I still have it here and I've had it for quite a bit of time, and I'm just trying to figure out if I love it. The next one is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish, Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. I have it in the shade 2 medium. I do really like this. I just used this to freshen up my makeup just now after a full day. And the last one I have here is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I have this in transparent. I love this. If you have any oil on your skin, I think it's really fabulous, and I think it does last quite a bit of time to keep your oils at bay and keep you matte. I have used this on the hottest days at school, and for my first 16 years teaching, there was no air conditioning in my school. So I certainly used it and loved it, and I really think it works. So this one I would highly recommend. Then moving on to bronzers, I have 3/4 bronzers. One's in a compact, and I'll get to that in a minute. One is the Butter Bronzer. I don't have the original color. I used to have it, or the original color in bronze. I used to have it, and I decluttered it because I wasn't finding myself using it. So I ended up getting this one, which is in the color Sculpting Bronzer, and I really like it. I think it gives you a very natural bronzed from the sun color. So it has a little bit of red in it, which I think mimics like what color my skin gets if I get a tan. So I really do like this one. Then I've talked about this before. It's the Laura Geller Bronze and Bright, and I love this. This one I also like because of the pink in it. Same thing with like the reddish tone. It's kind of the pink that you would get if you got a little bit of a sunburn, which nobody should get because we use sunscreen. And the last one is the Take Home the Bronze by The Balm. This is one that I was recommended to from watching YouTube videos. It's not one that I had ever known before, and I do like it. It's much more of a cooler tone, so it works quite well. Sorry for the mirror. It works quite well for a contour as well. Then moving on to blush. So I have 3/4. Like I said, I have a face palette, but I have 3 blush. Oh no, yes, I have 3 blush options. So I have 2 from NARS. These are little mini ones. One is Dolce Vita, which is a beautiful berry color, which here seems quite I don't know, quite muted, but it looks fabulous on. And then the other one I had is Orgasm. It's funny, I haven't really used this blush, and it's like one of the most famous blushes out there, or was for a very long time. So I want to give this a try. Then another one that I've had for so long, probably 9 years. I'm not even kidding, 8 years. This is Achote from Tarte. If you don't know, Achote is it's almost like a seed that, I'm Puerto Rican, that we use to make our rice yellow. You can mix achote seeds with oil, and it creates this really beautiful orangey yellow color, and then your rice becomes that color, or whatever else you put in it. It's fabulous. And the minute I found that they had a blush named this, I just had to get it. I love it. The color is in that orange coral family, and I just absolutely love it. I think it looks so, so pretty. There was a set of this with a lip crayon from Tarte named Achote as well, and I loved it. And so those are the 3 blushes that I'll be using for this month. Then I really have just one highlight, because the other highlight I have in that compact. This is the Bare Minerals highlight, and it's in the color Free. It's a very pretty one. I got this for Christmas, and I just haven't used it a lot, so I want to take, you know, use it a little bit more. So that's why it's in here. And then the palette that I keep referring to, this is from a while ago. This is a Becca palette. It has 3 shades in it. It's called the Sun Chaser palette, and it has a bronzer, a blush, and the opal highlight, which is a little busted because I dropped this a couple times. The bronzer is in Ipanema. I have no idea. Something Sunset. Here, how about I just show you? Can you read this? And then the blush is Apricot Blossom. So really pretty compact. I love this. It's great to have in the car, just like freshen up your makeup and make yourself look a little bit better. Then the last products that I have in here are all creams. So I have the Bare Minerals Bare Pro bronzer, and the color is in Faux Tan. I love this. It's a more cool tone bronzer. I think it's beautiful. You can contour with it. It lays on the skin beautifully, and it blends out really, really easily. And then I can't give these up. These are from M Cosmetics. They're the blush drops. I have mine in Soft Amethyst. I absolutely love this. It takes so little, and it gives such a beautiful color. And then the last are all 3 of the Charlotte Tilbury wands. I have the Sunlight, it's called Soft Light, sorry. Is that what it's called? I'm reading upside down. No, it's called Spotlight. Spotlight Highlight, the contour wand in the Fair Medium. color, and then this highlight, which is in Pinkgasm, and it very much works on me as a blush. I love these. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure where I left off because my camera cut off, but I was finishing my face products, and now I'm just going to the eyeliners and the mascara. Sorry for this tripod like. For eyeliners for the month, I'm using the Milani Stay Put Matte eyeliner. I find this sometimes difficult to work with because of how the wand is, but other times I find it really easy. It just kind of depends on the day, but it's a little harder in my inner corner to draw the line. So this is one I'm still kind of messing with. I'm still using my Cosmetics liner. I do really like this one. I think it's great. And then my all-time favorite, I just found this. It's pretty old, but still working. It's the Stila Stay All Day black liner. This is fabulous. So easy to use. I would highly, highly recommend this if you've never tried it. And then for mascara, the ones that I'm using, this one's amazing. It's Milani, and it's the highly rated mascara. It is fabulous. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. It is so, so great. So really fluffy, full lashes. I absolutely love it. I used it in my last video if you want to check out what impact it had. Then I also have the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. This one's fabulous. And then for my lower lash, I've been loving the Thrive Cosmetics tubing mascara. It is fabulous. It definitely comes off when you mix it with water. So this isn't one that you can like wear in the pool and your mascara won't come off, but it doesn't smudge. It just comes off in like little black ribbons. It's great. And then the other thing, I always keep this. This is the Thrive Cosmetics, like the, what do they call it? The Brilliant Eye Brightener. I use this as an inner corner highlight. I love it. So that is it for that container. Then this is the last container, and then I have a couple palettes. So let me talk to you about what's in here. So the first is this e.l.f. Cosmetics container that has oil blotting sheets. I love this. It has a mirror, which is fabulous because you certainly want to be able to look at yourself as you're blotting. And this little puff carries one sheet at a time, and then you can use it to blot. I absolutely love this. It was hard to find. This was really popular a couple years ago, and since then it's been a little harder to find. I found this at Christmas Tree Shop, but I absolutely love it. Highly, highly recommend. I went through a whole one of these, and I guess I could put other blotting sheets. I might have to cut them to size, but what's great is that little puff and the mirror. And then in here I have some lip products, which I'll go over, but I have the stuff that I use for my eyebrows. So before my eyebrows, I have my Milani primer and eyeshadow primer. I love this. And then for my brows, I've been mainly focusing on these things. So I have the Anastasia powder in dark brown. I have the Ka-Brow by Benefit's Fabulous in the shade 4. I love it. I also have the Gimme Brow. This has been helping for that little bald spot that I have in my brows, and this is in the shade 5. And then I have my Morphe, what does this say? S25 brow brush. And then as far as lip products, the ones I want to focus on this month, I absolutely love the Fenty Beauty glosses. I love them. These are two that were in the holiday set. I just love them. I love the way they smell. I love the way they apply. They're also my youngest daughter's favorite, and I just love these. So the two colors I have are Cheeky and Hot Chocolate, and I just want to get some use out of these. I also have the Cosmetics Infinite Lip Cloud, and I have this in Lotus Blossom. My sister gave this to me. It's fabulous. I wanted to get some more use out of this very old Marc Jacobs lipstick in Slow Burn. It's a wonderful nude color with a little bit of pink for me. I love it. I just haven't used it in so long. It also has a magnetic closure, which now I can't, but listen. Oh, so great. And then the last also has a magnetic closure is the Je ne sais quoi Rose from It Cosmetics. It's a great lip balm, and it's a pretty color. And then I'm noticing I've forgotten this item. This is from It Cosmetics. It's their Brow Power. I love this for a quick brow. It's in a universal color, and it can get as dark as I need for my brows. So I really recommend this. I've seen this being used by people with the lightest blonde color, hair color, all the way to my hair color. And then I keep this tiny, can you see that there's only a little tiny bit, this Caudalie, I don't even know what this is, Beauty Elixir. I use it as like a setting primer I'm sorry, a setting mist. I just love the way it smells. It's fabulous, and I just want to finish this one up. I will probably get another one, but it's like such a splurgy item for me. And then the last thing I just want to show are the palettes I'm going to be using. I change my palettes up every week. I try to do like 5 or 7 looks with one palette, and then I switch them. But these are the 3 that I want to get some use out of, because 2 of them are new and 1 of them is trying to help me. So this is the Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette. I pulled this one out because I am jonesing, is that the word? I really want the new Natasha Denona bronze eyeshadow palette. I just love it. And I'm such a fan of their shadows. So, but I wanted to like see if I can dupe some of the colors. This is a pretty bronzy palette. I will say it is not, from what I see, it is not gonna work as a dupe, but right now it's working for my kind of bronzy looks that I'm looking for. I'm trying to delay buying that palette. Maybe someone will give it to me for my birthday. Shout out to my sister. Then the 2 other palettes I have are from BH Cosmetics. These are brand new to my collection. I could not resist. I actually just mentioned them in the tag video that I did. So this is Beautiful in Barcelona. I love this color story. The blues are beautiful. This blue is a little bit patchy when I swatched it. We'll see when I apply it on the eye. I did a look with this one today. I'm sorry, I looked with this one yesterday, and then the look I did today is using some of the color Fiesta, and then Exquisite. Nope, I'm reading them upside down. Familia and Carnation, is that what it's saying? Yes, Carnation. And then I also used, I think a little bit, nope, a little bit of Treasure. So that's what I used in my eye today. And then the other palette that I'm really actually even more excited for, but I'm gonna do 5 looks with the other palette first, is this one, which is Smitten in Switzerland. And I love this because of all the possible looks. I could do a beautiful green look, and this color comes out, this color slope comes out as a really beautiful khaki grayish green. It's so nice. I'm sorry for the shading that obviously my phone is creating on this, but there's also a beautiful rosy tone. We have this yellowish orange color. This black is great. There's also this beautiful gray, and then some neutrals. I just am so excited about this palette. I love this blue. Look at that. Can you imagine that paired with this? I love it. I'll just swatch that green. So I'm so excited to use this one. It's going to be fabulous. So those are all the things in my makeup, my everyday makeup drawer. I'm excited to use them for this month, and be sure to follow me on Instagram to look at some of the looks that I create. If you have any video ideas, please leave them down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.